on a Tuesday morning, and apparently Ken Bennett did not get enough time, so he has asked to sit in with us for a few minutes to finish off his entire hour that he had prior to the show.
Oh, good morning.
I'm okay with it.
You're okay?
I like Ken being here.
Oh, I love Ken being here.
Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. But you had some things that you didn't get to.
I heard you on the radio. You did this parade, and I drove by on my bike and saw the both of you. Apparently, I missed Drew, who was sitting behind you guys.
Yeah, he was there as well.
There?
Yep.
Okay.
Our entourage.
Yeah, he was in the back eating the snacks.
He was eating the food while you guys were doing all the work?
Right, exactly.
Well, that's
exactly.
the way it goes, you know.
Yeah. That's his.
But I heard you mention
position.
99 years. You're going to be in the parade next year.
Yes.
You can't
broadcast
the parade.
Yes.
You're going to be in it because Prescott Glass and Mirror, 99 years old this year. Next year, 100.
100 years old. Was established in 1927, and we are either the third or the fourth owners. I'm not quite sure, but Scott Dandos could tell us.
I'm sure he could.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows.
I heard you talking to somebody about glass shops on Sheldon Street.
Yeah.
Maybe we should change the name to Dandos Avenue.
Dandos Drive. Oh, yeah, that was all me.
That was you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Dandos Drive.
And Leza had enough integrity to say, well, I think there's some other glass shops on you.
I did say
Street.
that.
And she might have been thinking about Bennett Glass.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is celebrating 88 years, you said.
Well, no, the glass company was started in I wanted to tell you how Bennett Glass got started.
Okay, let's hear it. We want to hear the story.
So my dad had Bennett Oil.
Yes.
And he was the distributor for gasoline and diesel fuel, and he bought it was Phillips 66 was this company that we represent.
Okay.
He bought this nice new Ford pickup, his first new vehicle of his entire life.
Yeah.
Sometime in the 60s. I was about 8 years old. And he hadn't had the truck but about a week, and some rock kicked up and broke his windshield.
Yeah.
And so he goes to the Yellow Pages and opens up for glass companies.
Yeah.
And there's one glass company. Prescott Glass and Mirror.
That's right, baby. Right here.
Right there. Well, no offense, but my dad said, this is wrong. This is not America. There should be at least 2 glass companies in Prescott.
Right.
Of course.
So he decided that in order to have some competition, he started Bennett's Glass and Mirror.
Wow.
On a whim, and he went to one of the companies that sells windshields, and they taught him how to install windshields. Anyway,
isn't that funny?
That's how Bennett Glass got started.
Right.
But we have had a wonderful relationship.
Oh, of course.
I think we had. Obviously, you guys don't go. We started Bennett Glass in the 60s, so you guys bought it when?
We bought it 32 years ago.
Okay, so
yeah.
So we must have been dealing with whoever the previous.
Right, probably Bob Hibma. We purchased it from Bob Hibma and Sharon Hibma.
I remember that name.
Yeah.
I remember that name.
Yes, and
But I know that in most industries.
Yes.
The way it should be is friendly competition.
Absolutely. We feel there's enough business for all of us.
Well, and there were times where somebody would come in and we didn't get the windshield sent up from Phoenix that we needed. We'd call Bob Hibma and he said, I've got one of those. And he would give it to, he'd sell it to us and we'd put it in.
We still do that today.
And we'd replace it next week when our shipment came in.
Yes.
And that's just,
that's the way it should
I just
be.
wanted to congratulate you on 99 years next year.
Thank you.
100 years for Prescott
right.
Glass and
We're going to celebrate all year next year.
I think the bigger question is, Ken, are you going to be on your bicycle representing Prescott Glass and Mirror next year?
You know, this year I was not running for office. I'm not in office.
Yeah, you just rode for yourself?
I took off the Bennett for Senate signs on my bike, and I put Kwong Win and Selena Bliss.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Next year, if you want me, I will be in the parade with my bike for Prescott Glass.
You're in. You're in.
Done.
We want you. We
Sold.
want you.
Okay.
Very
and then
cool.
the other thing I ran out of time a few minutes ago. Next Friday, the 17th, and Saturday, the 18th, there's a big Pioneer Heritage celebration. For the whole county. It's kind of a Quad City thing. Friday's going to be at Mortimer Farms out in Dewey. Live music, Dutch oven, cobblers, ice cream, outdoor movies, family history. Saturday will be at Keebler Park up in the Pioneer Park area, community breakfast, games, food booths, family history again.
How fun.
The LDS Church is sponsoring it, but there's nothing religious about it. It's just to honor our pioneer heritage.
Love
it. July 17th and 18th, Friday and Saturday. Just wanted to mention for the community, they can start to get something on their calendar if they want to celebrate the Pioneer Heritage, which is very strong here
Absolutely.
in northern Arizona.
Yes. Is there a website or something where people can get
heck
all
if I
this?
know.
Oh, okay, well,
But,
if we find out.
there is. Website. Sites.google.com.view.Prescott Pioneer. So just put in Prescott Pioneer
celebration.
Celebration.
It'll come up.
And it'll come up for Friday and Saturday, July the 17th.
Fabulous.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, thank you for sticking around.
Good to see
Anything else we can do for you this morning?
No. You've done more. And I will return the favor next year and be in the parade with Prescott Glass and Mirror on my 1898 penny farthing bicycle.
That is
that'll be awesome.
Is it hard to ride?
No, it's not hard to ride. It's hard to get on.
Get on and off. You need a ladder?
There's a little metal bar that is welded to that big thing.
Yeah.
And you got to put your left foot on that bar.
Yeah.
And kind of straddle
Hoist yourself up.
And you get going a little momentum, and then you stand up, and hopefully you have enough momentum. But once you get up there, it's like riding a bike.
I love it.
But getting on and off is a nightmare.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very dangerous.
We should videotape the on and off part.
Oh
Anyway.
yeah, definitely.
Just in case we got something worthy.
Well,
I
will be with Prescott Glass and Mirror next year.
Wonderful. We'd love to have you.
Have you ever broken anything getting on and off that bike?
I have fallen one time.
Okay.
Oh,
and
no.
it was here in the Prescott Parade. And as I mentioned, when you're in the parade, it's a bummer because you can't see the rest of the parade.
Right.
So I'd get my bike ready, but while I'm waiting for the parade to start, I would ride around and see the other floats, and then they could see me, and I had my Bennett for Senate sign on.
Yeah, smart.
Well, I'm driving around the parade, and a young teenager who was volunteering for the parade committee was in a golf cart, and he wasn't paying attention, and he pulled right in front of me, and when you stop, you go down, and over I went, and I fell on my head and my elbow,
Ken.
and I was bleeding, and I passed out, and I wasn't sure.
That was serious.
I wasn't sure I was going to even be in the parade that year, but somehow I got to feeling better in a few minutes, and they taped my elbow up, and with a bloody white shirt and
the show must go on.
The show goes on.
Yep.
But that's the only time I've ever fallen.
Oh wow.
That's a pretty serious fall, though.
Yeah, you're up about 6-8 feet. So
yeah. Well, I'm glad you were okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll see you next year.
Okay, sounds. Well, I'll see you next week.
Okay.
Well, it is Tuesday this morning, and everybody wants to know if Drew's crew is doing Taco Tuesday, and if so, where, Drew?
Well, haven't talked to anybody, but I would imagine there's still tons and tons of leftovers.
I bet
from everything, and people. A lot of people that came in and out of town, they left Sunday night, so, who knows?
That's right.
I'll do whatever's easy.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Where we go, I don't really.
You don't really know.
Although I had Mexican food last night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
At home or out?
No, we went out.
Where'd you go?
Churros in Chino.
Yeah.
Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
My buddy that was flying back. Plane canceled. They had a mechanical. They couldn't get the part, so he ended up having to stay another day.
Oh, is that right?
So he called and said, "Hey, let's go to dinner." So we went out to Arturo. So
that works out good, and it was good.
Excellent.
Oh, good, because we haven't talked about our churros
really
in Chino.
Chili Verde there.
Chili Verde. Scott had a chili Colorado. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
At the dinner bell after the parade. OMG, it was amazing.
That's right.
And they serve it with the rice and the beans and then your own tortillas, and you can fill up the tortilla. Chili Colorado, right?
Yeah.
That's what you call it? Yeah, the red chili.
I'll tell you what, the dinner bell, my favorite there.
Yeah.
Their huevos rancheros there.
You said that as we were leaving.
I mean, as soon as you said that, I was like, ooh, that sounds really good. I should go after work.
Right.
Because I'm hungry.
Well, good. I hope everybody enjoys Taco Tuesday. Bad news last night, though. USA eliminated from the World Cup. We are out. Apparently, Belgium was the first competitive team we played so far in the tournament. Everybody's been below us in skill level. From what I heard, I am not an aficionado or expert in the World Cup, but Belgium beat us 4-1. We are out now. Belgium will face Spain in the quarterfinals. Why are you yelling no at me when I'm telling you the news?
Because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Are you sad? I didn't know you were so into it.
Well, it's America.
It's America.
And 250 years. We needed to win the whole thing, and we had home field advantage.
That's right. Well, we got to step it up.
the fact of the matter is they went a lot further than anybody thought they would have.
That's a good point.
So I
It's
mean,
a very good point.
And they are playing the number 1 seed. I mean, Belgium's top is one of the tops, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, hey, you know what? If you think about it, it's becoming our sport, but it's not our sport here.
Right.
It's national.
No.
We did really good.
So
Our guys played good.
What is our national sport? Is it
Baseball.
football or baseball?
Baseball.
Baseball.
Really, you think
Yep.
so? I know it's considered our national sport, but is it really?
Well, you
I
look
don't
at
think so.
football, it kind of came from rugby. You look at baseball. Baseball was homegrown.
I know.
Cooperstown, New York, just like basketball. Springfield,
yeah.
Massachusetts.
All right. Well, I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Well, and look at the sheer amount of teams and the size of the stadiums and how
Yeah.
many games they play.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's a big hey.
I know it's a big sport. I know it
it's a
is.
big deal, and it's
Yeah.
growing here in this country.
Yeah.
We
Baseball?
gotta- no. I'm
Oh,
talking
soccer. We're going back to soccer.
We're
Okay.
back to soccer.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's growing. If you have a football field,
Hey, my
pretty
kids
much
played
have a
soccer. I
field.
played soccer. It's the hardest sport I ever played.
You
It's
just
so
run
much
and
running.
run. Yeah.
I mean, there's no break. Did you play soccer, Matt?
I did.
Yeah. So you know.
I was decent at it.
Yeah, soccer's a lot of fun. And you can play it anywhere. Yes, of course. Well, anyway, USA eliminated. Our daily designations today, National Day of Rock and Roll, baby.
That's every day.
I would agree.
Okay. National Macaroni Day.
I was going to say, are you going to
wait.
swear?
I had a little
Were you-
stall.
Were you having a stroke?
What?
I thought that was Drew that did that.
No, I'm okay. Thanks for
All right.
asking. Thanks for asking
Just
if
got to
I'm
make
okay.
sure you're okay.
I'm all right. Thanks.
What does an aneurysm feel like?
I saw.
You laugh now.
I just saw a bar pop up above your head that said loading, loading, loading.
It happens to the best of us, all right?
It
happens to you all the
I need
time.
a camera to film you because
There is a
look on-
camera. There
I mean,
is a
it just
camera
went-
filming me.
No, for me. I mean, you just went like the whole screen went blank. You just.
I was going to say Marconi Day, and I knew that wasn't
I was
right.
like, I thought I heard macaroni. I was like, what?
It is. It's National Macaroni Day. It's hard to say sometimes.
Words are hard. I understand.
It's a good thing we're a
Scott
variety show.
Dandos. Hey, aren't we award-winning? Somebody's award-winning around here.
You are. You're the award winner.
See, sometimes you just draw a blank. It happens.
the
It's.
time.
I can say this right off the top of my head, tip of my tongue. National Strawberry Sunday today. I'm not a fan. I don't like anything strawberry.
Really?
I don't know why, but I'm just not a. It's just they don't really taste like strawberries anymore, and I just
Kind of boring.
kind of boring. I prefer the blueberry, the blackberry, the raspberry, and even the cherry over the strawberry.
Wow.
Yeah. What about you? Favorite berry?
Probably blueberry.
Huh?
Probably. Berry.
Berry.
Blueberry.
Blueberry. What about
Yeah.
you, Drew?
Blackberry.
Blackberry. You like the seeds in the blackberry?
I love blackberries.
I have a huge blackberry bush behind my house. Wild blackberries. You should come out and
you
pick
eat 'em?
some. You
You
know,
eat-
when we first built the house, yeah, we did it every year. Scott would put on his pants and he'd cover it with duct tape, and he'd go out there with a bucket attached to his belt, and I mean those thorns are really
yeah.
sharp. So we did it for a while, and we don't anymore. We let the animals eat it now. Yeah, the deer and the whatever.
Well, aren't you kind?
And the neighbors when they come
I was going to
over.
say and the antelope play, but yeah. So it's also National Dive Bar Day.
Again, I still think that's an everyday occurrence.
Maybe
All
for
right,
you.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
What would you consider the dive bar here in Prescott? Do we like where I live? We had the Owl. Everybody
Yeah.
knew the Owl was
Yeah.
the dive bar.
Well, it used
that
to
could-
be. It used to be outskirts when it was called Donna's Hut. That was the dive bar.
Yeah.
When it
I
was
don't-
called
I-
what?
Donna's Hut. Now it's called Outskirts, new owners, new everything. But it was called Donna's Hut, and that's where that was the dive bar,
I
in
thought
my
that
opinion.
was JJ's or was it?
It was
Yeah.
JJ's in between. Before
Oh.
JJ's, it was Donna's Hut for
I
a
never heard
long
that.
time.
Okay, good.
What would you call a dive bar in Prescott?
Well, I mean, I've said what I thought it was a dive bar around here. Everybody argued against me.
Which one?
But the Windsock.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think the Windsock's a dive bar.
It's off the beaten path.
It's
You
off
can
the
get a beer in a can.
Yeah. Yeah, but they've got live music and
Maybe-
pool tables and
So
Yeah.
Mark's
Anyhow,
Beer Garden.
I don't think I've ever been there.
But that's not a bar.
No, I would say
It is a beer garden.
we don't really have any dive bars.
Yeah.
I mean, Donna's Hut used to be
There's
one.
several in Prescott Valley.
Yeah. Well, I didn't ask about Prescott
Yeah,
Valley.
yeah.
We go on all day.
Yeah.
Just saying.
All right. Well, I didn't think we had one. That's why I asked.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Probably Gurley Street Pub
Where's that?
across from Ken Lilly Field.
Oh, I bet you're right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, right across from Ken Lilly Field.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Prescott Pub?
Gurley Street.
Gurley Street Pub.
Yeah.
It's the one with the big cocktail neon light.
Oh,
Right on
okay.
Gurley Street. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would qualify.
I've only been in there one time in my 35 years, and it was because Scott Dandos had a high school reunion gathering there. Yeah. Otherwise, I
And?
haven't been in there.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed much.
I wouldn't think so. I don't know. I haven't been in, like I said. Have you? When's the last
Yeah.
time you were in there? It's World Chocolate Day, Global Forgiveness Day. And on this day in history, 1928, sliced bread was sold commercially for the first time in Missouri, giving us the phrase, the greatest thing since sliced bread. Also, on this day in 1930, the creator of Sherlock Holmes passed away. His detective stories remain among the most popular ever written. Kind of interesting.
Okay.
There you go. Something else that's very interesting coming up. We are going to be celebrating here in Prescott Dock Holidays.
Oh, cool.
Yes, yes. The Prescott Tombstone Connection is putting on a weekend full of fun celebrating the Prescott Tombstone Connection. And we have a couple of guests coming up, Wendy and Brad Courtney, to tell us all about it. So stick around. That's coming up next here on Leza Live. Stay with us. So, you know how there are some purchases you make and think, why didn't I do this sooner? That's exactly how I feel about our whole home water filtration system from H2O Health and Water Solutions. I love it. The water tastes so much better. And honestly, I even notice it when I'm taking a shower. It's just one of those little things that makes your home feel better every single day. I recommend it because I have it in my own home and I genuinely, like I said, love it. If you'd like to learn more about the whole home water filtration system, head on up to H2O Health and Water Solutions in the Pine Ridge Marketplace and tell them Leza sent you. Welcome back to Leza Live on the News 103.5 FM KYCA. We never got to the weather, Drew. Is it just going to be hot, hotter than yesterday and warm tonight like it was last night? Uh-oh, I can't hear you. There you go.
Pretty consistent. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Pretty consistent across the board. We're going to be 96 today with
96.
with a low of 69.
Holy smokes,
Yeah.
Low of 69.
Yeah, and then
Ouch.
it will continue. But there is some good news. There is 20% chance of showers on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
But it's going to be hot up until then.
Well, that's okay. We can handle it. If we have to stay hot until Saturday and Sunday to get some rain, we will do it. Thank you, Drew. All right. Moving forward, we have my guests today, Wendy and Brad Courtney from the Prescott Tombstone Connection. And you guys are here to talk about Prescott Dock Holidays coming up mid August. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for coming in.
Us.
So, did you guys have a great time during Frontier Days?
We were in Tombstone.
Oh, you were.
Yeah, we've gotten into this Prescott Tombstone connection.
Yes.
We bought a little place in Tombstone as a second home. So we thought, let's try, because we've done this for 30 some odd years, let's try what they do in a smaller town.
And what do they do in Tombstone?
Shorter parade.
A shorter parade.
Much shorter parade.
Okay,
some
shorter
fireworks.
fireworks?
Yeah, it was nice, but it was kind of like, I'm kind of missing what's going on in Prescott, so let's go home now.
I'm sure, because we do it right.
Yes,
I mean, we got a lot
this is
going
the
on.
Ultimate. Yeah,
yes.
It's amazing.
Well, so cool. So are you guys the originators of the Prescott Tombstone Connection?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now
So
tell us how it all began.
Okay, the
Would you like me to do
backstory.
that? Yeah.
Okay.
I can do that.
Okay.
So I'm an author. I've written 5 books on the history of Whiskey Row. And while doing so, I was looking for the Tombstone people. There were all these stories you heard on Whiskey Row about Wyatt Earp and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to hear about all that. It didn't turn out the way I thought it would.
Yeah.
But I noticed there's so many connections, and I started getting in the back of my head this book called The Prescott Tombstone Connection. There's so many. You wouldn't believe how many, but it's not what you think.
Yeah.
And so I'm writing this book, and I started my chapter on Doc Holliday. And while I was doing so, the story got bigger and bigger and bigger. And next thing you know, I'm thinking maybe this could be a whole book.
Yeah.
And one time, and I was sitting in the Charlotte Hall archives, I have a friend named Sue Kissel who's a researcher, and she does for me. And we knew that Doc Holliday lived with a guy named Richard Elliott. But no one knew exactly where it's been a question for years. Where exactly did he live when he was here? And I'm sitting there doing my research. She comes out and she has all the property records of the guy she lived with, Richard Elliott. So I was ecstatic. So I said, let's do a historical marker. And we did a campaign for that. And we were wondering if anybody would show up for the unveiling event. Half of Prescott showed up.
That's great.
And,
Love it.
A couple hundred. Then we had Wendy organize a Doc Holliday night. And this was done during Doc Holliday's birthday. So it was to celebrate his birthday. It was such a big thing that we decided to let's make an annual event out of it. And everybody was onto that, so that's how it happened. So
if you want to see the plaque that we had done that the city put in their easement, it is in the parking lot as you're turning into the parking lot behind Bashford Courts.
Okay.
Between Bashford Courts and Yavapai Title, right off of North Montezuma.
Right.
So now it's turned into a thing. We're still, this is very grassroots. We're still making our way through, but we're getting a lot of interest, and it's a blast. So this year, what we're planning on doing, August 14th, 15th, and 16th, the evening of August 14th, we will have a Victorian garden party at Charlotte Hall Museum.
Oh, how beautiful.
Followed by a saloon crawl. So Jersey Lily, Kimmy's Secret Saloon, Fire and Sword, and Doc's Barbecue are all participating in that.
Okay.
And then the highlight will be on Saturday, which is the Wild West History Forum. And we have 5 speakers coming in for the Wild West History Forum. One gentleman is coming in from Australia.
Wow.
One lady is coming in from London, Oklahoma,
it's
Scottsdale, Tombstone.
The whole thing.
It's a whole huge.
It's a worldwide interest,
thing.
so we get people from.
And Brad made this comment, and I thought he made this word up. He said, "We want to make Prescott the Earpiana History Center."
Okay.
And I said, "Nah, you made that word up. What the heck is Earpiana?"
Uh-huh.
And it is all of the historical things to do with the Earps and Doc and the OK Corral, all of that stuff. So,
Earpiana.
That's a new word for me,
Yes.
and I like it.
People laugh when they hear it, but it's a real word.
It's a real word. I'm going to throw it around like I know.
Earpiana.
Yeah, now I do.
Talk about
I
Earpiana
talk about
right
it all
now.
the time. And then Saturday evening, we're going to have at the Hacienda Doc's birthday dinner.
Oh, wow.
Along with a whiskey and cigar tasting. So Old Havana Cigar Lounge is going to provide the cigars for us. And And then they will do walking tours, Whiskey Row walking history tours on Sunday afternoon.
Wow.
So we've got a lot going on.
Yes.
Almost everything is ticketed.
Okay.
So it's not, trying to explain to people, this is not a street festival where you just come and there's vendors and that kind of stuff.
Right.
No, these are ticketed events.
Uh-huh.
And the only thing that we will probably sell at the door, the Wild West History Forum, is going to be at the Elks Theater, so we can accommodate a lot of people there. So we probably will sell those at the door for last-minute people.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Now, can you buy a ticket to everything? Just one ticket get you into everything as well?
So one price ticket is $165. That covers every event. And then each event has its own individual price, too, if people are interested in doing just one thing or two things.
Is this the first year we're doing this?
We did it last year.
Yeah.
And it was fairly successful and lots of people. So we said, let's just lean in and do this next year.
Make it an annual
make
event.
it a thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Very
so
cool.
it's been a lot
kind of the
fun.
third one because the first was packed. It was
Nice.
standing room
Standing
only.
room only.
Yes.
So it's pretty amazing.
We're very proud of our heritage here in our area. And, and people can't get enough of history.
Well, and it is fascinating. We bring up a gentleman out of Tombstone that is a Doc impersonator. He's awesome.
Wow.
The musicians for Friday night is going to be Chip Hanna. He is out of Phoenix, but he plays at the Palace on Saturday nights. So he spends a lot of time up here. And then your friend Sky Daddy Conwell, he's going to play for us on Saturday night. So we're pretty excited about that, too.
This guy's always wonderful. Let's take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more about Doc Holidays with Wendy and Brad Courtney this morning on Leza Live. Stay with us. You know how important it is to find healthcare providers you trust, right, ladies? Well, that's exactly how I feel about Prescott Women's Clinic. I've been a patient myself, and I genuinely appreciate the time they take to listen, answer questions, and make you feel comfortable. As women, our healthcare needs change throughout our lives, and it's nice knowing that there's a team right here in our community that's there for every stage of the journey. You can make your appointment today, 928-778-4300, or go online to PrescottWomen'sClinic.com. Welcome back. We appreciate you hanging out with us on a Tuesday morning. It's Leza Live on the News, 103.5 FM KYCA. We're talking about the Prescott Tombstone Connection this morning with Wendy and Brad Courtney. Big event coming up in August, the Prescott Doc Holidays, and it's everything Urpiana and more.
Say it again.
Didn't you like that, how I worked that in there? Well, you guys spent the weekend in Tombstone. Which is hotter, Prescott or Tombstone?
Tombstone, but it's not as hot as you would think. It's about 4,500 feet elevation.
Okay,
so it's like being in Paulden.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Good to know. So let's talk a little bit about the Prescott Tombstone Connection. You said, I'm going to cough. You said there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, yeah.
Share a little with us.
Yeah, it's not what you expect. Like I said, when I first started, you'd walk Whiskey Row and you heard Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp, Doc. Let me just start with the most insignificant connection is Wyatt Earp.
Is that right?
Yeah, but there's all these stories because he's such a big name, such a legend.
That's the one everybody remembers.
And it all started. Here's the interesting part. I've talked to people that worked on Whiskey Row since the 70s, and I asked a few of them, I go, was there a lot of talk about the Earps back in the 70s and 80s? And they go, no. I go, when did it start? And they thought about it, and they go, it was after that movie. Because they mentioned in the Tombstone, they mentioned in Tombstone Prescott twice, and then they had that scene where Doc stabs a guy, and then they took that and said, well, it really happened here when it didn't happen anywhere at all. But the biggest connection we have is actually Wyatt Earp's brother Virgil.
Okay.
And Virgil doesn't get the credit he deserves because he was actually the guy calling the shots in Tombstone. It wasn't really, they always show Wyatt Earp in charge. It was Virgil that was in charge. He was the big personality. But there's a really interesting Prescott Tombstone connection today. Our constable, Ron Williams, I'm not sure if you know who he is, but Virgil Earp was a constable here in Prescott, and Ron is very proud, and we're proud of it, that he actually holds the same office as Virgil Earp did when he was in Prescott. So it kind of started there.
Okay.
But we'd go to the palace and we start talking about this, and I was writing another book, and this book kept coming back to me, the Prescott Tombstone's connection, because it's really interesting. But he was the biggest one. He actually, Virgil's career as a lawman started here in Prescott. He got on a posse rather spontaneously, and he was like the hero of this posse, and two bad guys from Texas were killed. And it happened kind of where the Mile High Middle School is now.
Okay.
That's where the shootout took place right in there. But after that, his name, he did really well, and his name held some stock, and he ran for constable, and he won.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, Prescott had just got the Capitol back in 1877, and right when that happened, all of a sudden there was silver discovered down in the hills in southeastern Arizona, and that was the big thing. So Prescott started losing people. Depopulated was the word it was actually used.
Okay.
They were all going to Prescott, from Prescott to Tombstone. And let me tell you a couple people who were here, more than a couple. So the Earp's lawyer after the gunfight near the OK Corral, his name was Thomas Fitch. He actually had an office here.
Okay.
And he actually started the Prescott Drama Club. He was called the Silver Tongue Orator, but he was a theater guy. So he started that. But he went down because that's where everything was happening. The population was moving to southeast Arizona. The Earp's doctor, Dr. George Goodfellow, had a practice here, and he was one of those guys that went. And at our forum, there's a guy named Peter Brand out of Australia, and he discovered that Wyatt Earp's wife, you know the story in the movies where they met in Tombstone, and she was an actress and all that, and then they fell in love in Tombstone. It was a love triangle.
Yeah.
And anyway, long story short, it's all a lie.
Okay.
And I mean, it really and there's a reason for it, which I won't go into right now. Family show.
Okay.
But let's
That's
just
what
say,
we really want to hear.
Right here in Prescott, a very young lady of the evening. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it had happened. Let's put it happened on Granite Street.
Okay.
You know where the parking lot garage is. There was a brothel there called the Double Decker.
Oh,
and
Double
the future
Decker.
Mrs. Earp worked there, and Johnny Behan, who became the sheriff, he was the Earp's kind of foe, but he lived here, and he was married. He had an affair with she was calling herself Sadie Mansfield. So it's been a couple of years, and the book of the year was all about this by Peter Brand, and he's going to be a part of our forum, and I'm going to interview him.
Oh, nice.
So that's another connection. It's fascinating. It's like I said, not for a family show, but it's just real. It's more interesting. You can learn from it than the story she made up. But she got away with it for years.
Wow.
Made it into movies and all that.
Yeah.
And well, we were talking to someone out there, I guess. Another connection. Well, everybody knows about Kate.
Yes.
That's
Big
true.
Nose Kate.
Yeah. Kate actually, she was here with Doc in 1879, 1880. They actually separated here in Prescott, and but she came back when she was much older. In her, this is to me this is the most fascinating story of all. She was in her 80s. It was 1931, and a book came out about Wyatt Earp, which made everything. The Earp mania kind of started right there.
Okay.
This famous book came out called Wyatt Earp, Frontier Marshal, and they thought she was dead. They thought Big Nose, which they didn't call her that to her face.
Okay.
And that was like
yeah.
Someone made that up in newspaper actually, but they settled this bad stuff about her, but they thought she was dead.
And she said, "I'm not dead. I'm
not
dead
yet." And she was up in the home, and some people discovered. Not many people knew that Doc Holliday's woman lived up there in the home.
The Pioneer home?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she lived out her last 9 years there, but they got her to write her memoirs, and they're fascinating. And she, like you said, wasn't dead. She had something to say.
Yeah, well, good for her.
I'm going to be writing a book about that eventually.
Oh, good.
But another one real quick is, so when Wyatt Earp went to Tombstone, he wasn't going there to become a lawman. He was actually trying to get out of that. He wanted to make some money. So he went to Tombstone with the idea that he was going to start a stagecoach operation. He got down there, and there was a guy named John Kinnear who already had that going. So he actually sold that they drove from Kansas City to Tombstone. He sold his coach. He sold to John Kinnear, and it became a big part of the history there. But that's when Wyatt Earp went back into law, and he tried Wells Fargo. He worked with Wells Fargo, but John Kinnear actually came to the Pioneers Home, and he died up there.
Okay.
And he's buried at the Pioneers Home Cemetery, and but there's no grave marker. So one of the things we're going to do is, with the Wild West History Association, put in a grave marker for John Kinnear. Yeah.
Gosh, I love the stories. We can go on and on and on. We got to take a break, and when we come back, more on Doc Holliday's and the Prescott Tombstone connection here on Leza Live. Stay with us. So if you're looking for that perfect accent to your wardrobe and or your home, you have to check out Black Arrow Native American Jewelry and Art right here in downtown Prescott. This incredible gallery represents the work of more than 15 Native American artists, showcasing stunning jewelry and many handmade treasures. You're going to find works by local artists who celebrate the rich culture and heritage of the Southwest through their paintings and sculptures. You can explore craftsmanship and creativity, all displayed in a beautiful gallery setting. They're open 7 days a week, and if you can't make it down in person, no worries. Visit their website, which has more than 20,000 items. Check it out at blackarrowgallery.com. And we're back. It's Leza Live on the news, 103.5 FM KYCA. Talking with Wendy and Brad Courtney this morning about the Prescott Tombstone Connection. There's actually a website, PrescottTombstoneConnection.org. Prescott's Doc Holidays coming up August 14th through the 16th. If you missed that portion of our interview, we'll talk more about the event coming up. But first, we're going to continue to talk about the Prescott Tombstone Connections. And you said that there's a great story about how Tombstone got its name.
Yeah. So the founder is considered to be a guy named Ed Schifflin. Unusual guy. He was a prospector, and that was what drove him throughout his life. So he was looking for that big score of ore. Just thought of that.
Score of ore.
I'm going to write that down. I'm going to use that.
I'll write it down.
Score of ore. And a band name, too. Or score. Anyway, Ed Schifflin, who's considered the founder of Tombstone, he was actually up here in the Bradshaw Mountains looking, because there had been quite a few discoveries of gold and silver here in the Bradshaws. And it was different than Tombstone in the fact that Tombstone silver, when you mine silver, it's different than mining gold. It takes an army to mine silver because it doesn't come in, you don't find a
Little
piece
chunks.
of silver. There's a whole process. Gold, you can do it by yourself if you really would do. So here in the Bradshaws, there's mines here and there and there. So Prescott was never really a mining camp. Sometimes people think that, but it never really was. It was founded to be the capital. There was nothing here, became the capital. Anyway, Ed Schifflin, so it was a center of attention because it was the capital. So people would come here, and it was like a crossroads. But Ed Schifflin was doing some prospecting up in the Bradshaws. He tried that actually at Grand Canyon. People looked at the Grand Canyon when there's got to be some good stuff. Look at that, but there's really not.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
It's all washed away.
It's a big hole.
Well, it's rock that's not, meant for you need that kind of loose shale type stuff. But anyway, he was prospecting here, and he hooked up with some of the Fort Whipple soldiers, and they were going to go down to Fort Huachuca. So he went with them because there was a lot of Indian uprising at the time. So he went down for protection, went down to Fort Huachuca, and when he was in that area, he was telling those guys what he was going to do, and they said, the only thing you're going to find out there is your tombstone. And he remembered that, and he went out by himself, and the house we just bought is in Tombstone is about a mile from where this happened. And he discovered the ore, and he remembered that. He goes, I found my tombstone, and that's how
they got its name.
But that was his connection. So the whole time, because Prescott was having a problem because people were leaving Prescott for Tombstone, and that bothered them. We just got the capital back, and we wanted to keep it, but the population was moving down that way.
Sure.
And every time they had a chance, at first they were real excited about the discoveries there, but when they learned the name, every time they had a chance, they'd make fun of that name, Tombstone.
Yeah.
And then Ed Schifflin didn't stick around.
Yeah.
He came back up and went through Tombstone, went to California, and he told them that story about how he named the place why he named it Tombstone, and Prescott kind of went, "Oh, we get it now."
Yeah.
And then after that, they didn't make fun of the name anymore.
That's a great story.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Had you heard that one before, Matt?
No, actually, I have not.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, that was a great story. Very interesting. And you also said, the connection of the founder of Tombstone and how it got its name.
Yeah.
That's what you were going to tell me about. Very interesting. How do you get all your research? How do you get all your stories? Where do you get them?
Charlotte Hall Archives.
Yeah.
Now you can get newspapers online, so that's changed how people research.
Okay.
But when I first started, it was all on microfilm. So when I got here, I retired as a teacher from Phoenix, but I have a master's degree in history. And I was writing a book about the Geronimo campaign, but I moved up here, and I wanted to read about the history of Whiskey Row because it's so famous.
Right.
But guess how many books there are about the history of Whiskey Row?
How many?
None. There was none.
Really?
There was. Everybody said, "What are you going to do that's new?" And I'm going, "Everything." So I decided that was what I was supposed to do, and I was going to write a great big book. But the publisher came along; I could do it in a series. But I started with the first newspaper, the Arizona Miner, 1864.
Yeah.
I went through every newspaper, every page,
How cool.
all the way through 1902, and through the fire. And
Yeah.
my second book is on the fire. So a lot of it was that, but a lot of it I had to go back to because I started learning these connections, and
Right.
I kept waiting for the Earps to show up.
Yeah.
And Wyatt didn't show up until the OK Corral thing. The report on that. Doc Holliday didn't show up in the newspaper at all. He stayed out of trouble here. But Virgil did because of his the posse he got into.
Sure.
So he made a name for himself there. And he went down. He actually had he was a United States Deputy Marshal, I think it was. He got that appointment because of what he did here in Prescott.
Very cool. What information? I mean, we got to have you back on. I want to hear about the history of Whiskey Row.
And reading these old newspapers is fascinating.
Yeah.
They had a lot of opinions.
I bet.
Well,
they still do.
There's a lot of stories that some of them you go, how come this story's not more famous?
Right.
There's some amazing stories.
Okay.
I'll just give you a hint. There was one guy. I know you're kicking me. There's one story about a guy who blew up a saloon just to get back at his wife.
Okay.
With dynamite. So that's a good one.
We want to hear everything.
Yep.
With the grittier, the better. All right. Let's take another break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Doc holidays coming up August 14th through the 16th. We'll run down the events again. We'll tell you where you can get your tickets because you're not going to want to miss it. That's coming up here on Leza Live. Stay with us. We're back. It's Leza Live on the news, 103.5 FM, KYCA, talking about the Prescott Tombstone Connection. Wendy and Brad Courtney in with me this morning, and we need to run down Prescott's Doc holidays coming up August 14th through the 16th. I mean, a whole weekend of really fun, different events people can join.
Very unusual, yes.
Yeah.
The website is PrescottTombstoneConnection.org.
Okay.
You can buy your tickets online there. The only thing we're going to sell at the door will be for the Wild West History Forum at the Elks Theater, which is on Saturday, August 15th. So Friday night of August 14th, we are going to have a Victorian garden party at Charlotte Hall Museum. The Prescott Regulators and their Shady Ladies will do a Doc-oriented skit for us.
Nice.
We'll have some light bites, and then after that, then you can walk around the Museum.
What time does that event start?
That will start at 5 o'clock on Friday night.
5 o'clock.
And then hour or two later, you can start your saloon crawl. So we'll go on a little saloon crawl around downtown. We are encouraging people to dress Western or in period outfits, which makes it much more fun.
Yes.
Let's see. Saturday morning, we are the Wild West History Forum at the Elks Theater, and that will be an all-day deal. That's from 9 to 3:30 with a lunch break from 12 to 1:30, so people can relax and have a little lunch. We will do a catered lunch across the street at the Hacienda Inn between 12 and 1:30. And then in the afternoon, we will do gravestone dedication for J.D. Kinnear at the Pioneers Home. And then at 6 o'clock, also back at the Hacienda, we will do Doc's birthday party and Doc's birthday dinner and a whiskey and cigar tasting. So we'll have music, dance under the stars. Hopefully it doesn't rain. And little Italian buffet dinner.
Fun.
And again, encouraging people for that one to dress up, wear their fancy outfits, whatever they want to do. Not a requirement, but it's just always fun to have a reason to do it.
Absolutely.
So, and then Sunday afternoon, we'll do walking tours, history walking tours downtown. We've got Brad and 3 other historians who are going to participate in that.
How fun. And what time does that start?
That will start at 1 o'clock at my office, which is 113 West Goodwin, right next door to the Chamber.
Okay. Yeah. Very nice. Sounds like a great weekend.
It's going to be awesome.
And tell us a little bit about the Wild West Forum again. Who's going to be speaking and what will people learn?
You can if you want to, yes.
So we have a really good lineup. 5 speakers.
Okay.
I'll be speaking at the birthday dinner about Kate.
Okay.
Because she draws a crowd. But our first speaker is Mark Boardman. He's the editor of the Tombstone Epitaph, the famous newspaper, which is now a national paper, but it's really a history magazine, history newspaper.
Okay.
And then we have Anna Sendina, who is actually from London, and she's written about Doc Holliday. She'll be speaking about his growing up years. She's fascinating. Then Mike Mihaljevic, who is a brilliant young historian who wrote a book about the Birdcage Theater in Tombstone, but he'll be talking about Doc and Tombstone.
Okay.
Then Mark Boardman. Roy Young is actually descended of one of the cowboys, the bad guys.
Okay.
And he's not talking, but the Earps had a half brother named Newton. Newton lived here before even Virgil did, and he's going to be talking about the lesser known Earp brother. He was the oldest, but a half brother.
Okay.
And then finally, I'll be interviewing Peter Brand about the whole Josephine Earp story, the true story, and about who was affected in that. In Prescott, that's another part of the story that people don't know about. There was a victim and all that.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Going to learn so much.
Again, fascinating.
Yeah, August 14th through the 16th. The website is PrescottTombstoneConnection.org. Did we miss anything? That was a lot of information.
I don't think so.
No.
It's gonna be a blast.
We're going to have you guys back because we want to hear all the gritty stories about the history of Whiskey Row and Prescott. Sounds like a good time. You'll come back?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. All right, get your tickets for 2026 Prescott's Doc Holidays Weekend at PrescottTombstoneConnection.org. Thank you for coming in this morning.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
You're
Leza.
welcome.
Appreciate it.